rant and rave about
They
it
are
all.
doing so
Oh,
well,
I'm sorry,
and
we're back.
breaking
Forgive
into
me.
Frankie's segment. Rob and I want to welcome Frank H. Walters Jr. with Today in History, World of Trivia, and What the Heck was Janet dancing to in the 80s.
And probably one of the most fantastic trivia questions of all times. Thank you.
Oh, you like that one?
Oh, I think it was fantastic.
That was it's some
it
pretty
made our
obscure
pre-pro meeting
stuff.
very funny.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah, it was good. That was funny.
Yeah,
It's
you're
funny
chewing
'cause
gum
actually-
on camera.
Actually, a bunch of people called in and got it right, so
Really?
it wasn't as
They Googled it.
obscure that, I guess.
Googled it with Google Analytics.
That's what we would have thought.
We'll
but
talk about that later.
for anyone who is interested, last week's question was, what does the product name WD-40 stand for? And it actually stands for water displacement. And the 40 is because it was the 40th formula, which was the very first one that actually worked.
Can I make a comment though? And
I'm sure you will.
I don't want to be negative or sound like I'm poo-pooing
Then
everything
don't.
here tonight.
Then
no,
don't.
I'm
Then don't
going to.
say
I
it.
have to make a.
You're cutting
WD-40
into
is
Frank's
no.
time.
WD-40 is absolutely the worst thing you can spray on any two moving
That's what
parts.
Jimmy Seals always told me. It's corrosive. It'll damage your
so
metal.
it's water
like,
displacement to leave room for the rust.
Is that what it does? Yeah, okay.
But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. We should have
All
gone
right.
maybe
So-
it should be called WD-41. They should have kept trying.
Yeah, you could absolutely. So Don Mitchell, freelance media buyer and planner, got it right, and I guess that means he's freelance, so he doesn't actually work for anybody.
No, he's an independent contractor.
Excellent. And he wins 2 tickets to this weekend's performance at the Tampa Improv, the Return of the Average White Guy with Roy Johnson and Al Romas. I guess that's 2 white guys.
Yep, they're 2 white guys.
Well, I mean, average white guys. I mean, it was a typo.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe they're just one guy. Maybe they're conjoined twins.
Oh, they could be.
never
they would
know.
be 2 people if they were conjoined twins.
Maybe he's
though.
got multiple personalities.
And they just have different names.
You're right, maybe it's the same guy with 2 multiple personalities.
very well
You
be.
have
Could be.
multiple personalities.
Oh, yes, I do.
You got Rob, and then you got the Bizarro Rob. You know?
Bizarre. Well, then
Okay,
you have now
this
3,
week's
the
question.
I hate the Rays, Rob.
All right,
No,
stop.
okay, yeah.
I'm kidding. Relax.
Okay, this week's
Frank.
question is, who is the first woman that was ever inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I know this one.
Loretta Lynn.
You know, you're surprisingly close.
No, you know who it was? I thought.
Dolly Parton.
No, it wasn't Dolly Parton. It was
It's somebody you would never think of.
Yeah, it's the one lady who the Mercedes song.
Today in history.
Wait, and if you
Mercedes
know
song.
if you know the answer,
Who's the
please
Mercedes
email.
song?
Oh, yeah, if you know the answer, you can email
Mercedes-
us
she sings
at
the Mercedes
trivia
song.
at mediatalk.com. Is that what
Trivia
it is?
at TampaBayMediaTalk.com.
Okay.
She sings the
Or you can
Mercedes
just call
song.
in.
Frank. She sings the Mercedes song.
That's
Who's that?
Natalie
No,
Cole.
it's not her.
Not Natalie Cole. The old
Today in history, on July 3rd in 1940, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello premiered on NBC Radio. It was the first time anybody heard Abbott and Costello. In 1819, the very first bank in the United States opened up in New York City, and that's why they called it the First Bank. You know how many first banks there are now?
No.
But there was only one.
No, how many?
There's a bunch. They even
All
got
right.
third banks, you know? And the day was very brisk. They had $2,807 deposited that day.
Wow.
Today in
That's more than I
1945, I know, me too.
In the whole bank.
Victor Borg was first heard on NBC Radio for the very first time. In 1950, Victor Borga,
Oh, no
you know, the
kidding.
comedian, that guy, you know. Yeah.
I'm still waiting to figure out who sang that song, the Mercedes song with the.
We'll figure it out. In 1953, Harry Belafonte, Janet Leigh, and Tony Curtis were the first black and 2 Caucasian people ever on the cover of Ebony magazine.
That defeats the whole
53.
ebony thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a whole working with each other thing. It was
Gotcha.
huge.
Okay,
No, I don't
gotcha.
get it.
In 1976, Brian Wilson rejoined the Beach Boys after a 12-year hiatus.
I wish he
Apparently-
wouldn't have come back, man.
He was having
Talk
some
about
problems.
bad music.
He was
Wait a
having
minute.
some
Maybe
problems.
the Beach Boys will play at a Rays game. Because we're from the 70s.
During
aren't
the
they?
summer concert series. There you go.
Okay, here's a good one. In 1986, on this day, Mikhail Baryshnikov became a United States citizen.
Did he
Okay?
remove that thing off his forehead yet?
Not that
No,
guy,
that
the
was a
ballet
Cuba.
dancer,
Oh.
not Gorbachev,
You know,
Baryshnikov.
all right, gotcha.
Different guy.
Yeah, good point.
And
yeah, John,
on that same note, this week, on Monday, Chief Engineer Bill Figueroa celebrated his 40th anniversary of his arrival in the United States.
Oh, yay!
Oh.
William Figure, yay!
¿Qué pasa, amigo?
He's like, I'm glad I came, I think.
We should get Bill up here for a
I
minute.
know.
think And he's
If
been
you
wanting
were
to go
still
back
there,
ever since.
If he's still back there, he'd still be back there eating iguana eggs for breakfast every morning in Colombia. And in 1996, on this day, Independence Day debuted. The
Oh,
movie.
that's right.
Will Smith.
Yes.
And
I saw
all
that movie theater.
It's a good movie.
It's
Birthdays.
actually not a bad movie.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
I don't mind that movie at
We
all.
got,
Today, Montel Williams is 52 years old.
who cares?
Wow.
All right.
Come on, that's great TV.
Laura Branigan
we gotta go.
would have been 51 if she's still been alive. She died of brain aneurysm. Today is Tom Cruise's birthday.
Who cares?
Tom Cruise, Map Other the Fourth is his real name.
Cool.
Ugh.
Wow, pretentious. Did he rename
Okay,
himself?
chart toppers. In 1944, we listened to Amore by
Alyssa-
Bing Crosby. Divorce by Tammy Wynette was very popular in 1968.
That spelled divorce, Rob.
Oh, that's funny.
Isn't that funny?
There's something.
And in 1984, what was Janet dancing to? The Reflex by Duran Duran,
Probably. No.
When Doves Cry
Oh, yeah.
by Prince, or Dancing in the Dark by Herself by Bruce Springsteen.
I could only dance in the dark because nobody wanted to
Now
dance
there's
with
another
me.
band that I forgot. Duran Duran's playing next week at the Rays game.
Is that right?
At
Yeah.
halftime.
Frankie,
Yeah,
thank
they
you
have
very
they have a lot of time for gigs now.
Thank you very much. I was probably dancing to
At
all
the
three.
sixth inning
So.
stretch or whatever
It's
it
the
is.
seventh inning stretch.
Whatever.
Frankie,
on the,
thank
on
you.
the road home, the home run.
Hey, you have a happy 4th of
Alleyway.
July. We won't see you after this.
Absolutely.
We're
That's
taking
right.
our next break. As soon as Rob and I return, we're going to be chatting with Barbara
I
Smith
can't
and Selena
figure out
Power
the
with
lady's name.
Walk the Runway Fashion Show.
Oh, they're up next?
They're up next.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Tampa-based Media Talk is presented by Tampa Digital Studios and sponsored Creative Loafing. And we'll see you right back here in
Yeah,
60
it's
seconds.
very good, Jenny.